Good afternoon, Judge Foster.
Well, hello. It's fun to watch everybody sign on.
I just wanted to make sure I was getting audio.
Are you crashing my party?
Yes.
Okay. You checking up on me, aren't you?
No, I actually have a case.
Wow. Good for you.
I know.
Your Honor, if I can do a sound check too, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there's about 1 more minute, so we'll wait till we hit 1:30 and then we'll get started.
Your Honor, I do apologize. I do have an in-person 2 o'clock at the courthouse, if at all possible. I know you don't take people out of order, but if possible, I appreciate it.
Okay. Actually, the way I was going to call it, you should be fine.
Perfect, thank you.
But if we're getting too close, how much time do you need to get over to the courthouse?
5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Thank you.
All right, it's 1:30. Just so everybody's clear, I do have Court Smart up and running. We are live streaming on YouTube. If anybody is happening to watch us on YouTube, I'm in a courtroom. The doors are locked. I'm all by myself, which is why I'm not wearing a mask. If anybody was with me, we'd all have masks on. I went through the docket to get ready for today and realized that I don't, everybody here has 1 or 2 cases. So I figured the easiest way to do this would be just to call the cases alphabetically by defendant. Like normal, we'll run through them and we'll get you in and out as quick as we can. So if we could start the top of the order with Juan Alvarez Uron, 20 CF 1276. Mr. Verderamo.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Derek Verderamo for the record. This is with Mr. Bowe.
Okay.
I'll see him on.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bowe's still trying to get on. He's got computer issues. Can we recall his case in about a minute or 2?
Sure. But Mr. Verderamo was all excited. He's usually a V, so he goes towards the end.
Lovely.
And yes, I know, Mr. Verderamo, you have a couple of cases. So you're stuck with me anyways.
All right.
All right. Mr. Youngblood, are you with me? All right. My system's not working so far. Hollander, are you with me? Nope. All right, Ms. Fish.
Good afternoon, Attorney Monica Fish. There are 2 case numbers.
Yep,
this is 2020 CF.
Nayeli Botello, 20 CF 1019 and 20 CF 1103.
Your Honor, I need 1 more continuance. I need to speak to her more. Her mother just came by and brought a bunch of mitigation. I want to review that, forward that over to the state. And I did get a response from Judge Porter in Lee County.
Ms. Fish, you hit mute all of a sudden. I heard I got a response from Judge Porter in Lee County and then you stopped.
Right. And Judge Porter would be fine with me doing a plea before you, a global.
Okay, so he's got a case up there too?
She, yes, has some cases there in Lee County. Yes.
No, I meant Judge Porter. Got it. Okay. So, Ms. Woodward, what's your take?
Your Honor, I would object to a continuance in these cases, and also to clarify regarding the email that we received from Judge Porter. The state would be okay with resolving the Lee County cases if it's a negotiated resolution in Collier County. However, not if it is an open plea to the court, as indicated from Ms. Fish's email.
Okay. And Ms. Fish, if it's a negotiated plea, I'm okay with that, but I would agree. I'm not going to do an open plea because I won't have all the information about the cases that are up in Lee County. I can certainly get enough information to determine a negotiated plea. But we'll need to, if it's going to be an open plea, then that's where you are. I would agree. I'm not going to be comfortable doing that.
Okay. All right.
But I'll be happy to resolve our cases for you on an open plea if that's where you guys want to go.
Okay, thank you.
But so What if I do this? How about if I set you guys for I'm sorry, I'm hearing somebody in the background who's I shouldn't be hearing, and I don't know who it is. Let me see. I mute that one. Does that help me out? There we go. Okay. How about if I put you in like an August trial cycle, Ms. Fish? That way you can talk to your client, figure out what you want to do, but then I know that I'm going to go to trial.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Ms. Woodward, does that August work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Then we'll do the August 9th trial cycle. Pre-trial is July 20th. Calendar calls August 3rd. We'll set both cases there. And again, if you guys reach a global resolution, I'm happy to take care of everything down here. But if it's just going to be an open plea, we'll do my stuff, and then Judge Porter can handle the rest. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Verderamo, I see I have Mr. Bowe. So how about we go back to Juan Alvarez Giron, 20 CF 1276.
Judge, we had depositions on the 29th of March. 2 out of the 4 witnesses showed up. We're resetting the depots. We can go ahead and set this for a pretrial and trial date. I'm just going to need time to reset those depots. We don't have a plea offer. It's pending right now, and there are no competency issues, and I have all discovery, I believe, at this point.
Okay. July or August?
I would say August. I do need to reschedule some depositions, so August should be enough time.
Okay. Mr. Bowe, does August work for you? Mr. Bowe?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I can. You just were really, I didn't hear you at first, but you're really soft.
I apologize.
That's okay. All right. So we'll go with August 9th trial cycle, July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call for Mr. Alvarez. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see, Mr. Casassa, Zachary Burgess, 19 CF 2229.
Judge, I believe Mr. Bowe is scheduling a motion to have Mr. Burgess removed from 6A diversion. So I guess we're waiting on that.
That's correct, Your Honor. We were here last time and I was supposed to have, I had the motion filed, but I was waiting on to determine whether or not we were going to come to a resolution last time. This one just kind of slipped the mind. I did try and coordinate with Dee Dee yesterday getting this motion set. So as soon as it's set, we'll have that motion and then we can proceed from there.
Okay, so should I roll you out another month?
If you could, Your Honor, that'd be great.
Okay, Mr. Casassa, May 13th, 1:30.
That'd be great, Judge. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Mr. Verderamo, John Carroll, 21 CF 198.
This is our first case management conference and working through discovery. Need to set depositions in the case. I'm going to ask for a continuance of the waiver of speedy to the next case management conference.
Okay, so
No objection.
all right, May 13th at 1:30. Mr. Vitale, are you with me?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, Taryn Ciccarello, 20 CF 1363.
Judge, I filed a motion to suppress in this matter. I've done the depositions. We can, I think, probably set the case for trial.
Okay. July or August? You said you filed a motion to suppress?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have that heard prior to it will perhaps resolve the case as well. So
Yeah, no, we'll have to have it heard. That's why. So should I take it out to August just to make sure we get it done?
yes, sir.
Ms. Woodward?
Works, Your Honor.
Okay. August 9th trial cycle, July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vitale.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Day, Rachel Kennard, 20 CF 572.
I'm going to ask for a CMC in May. We had a couple of no-shows on the state's witnesses, and I think they've been tracked down now. One's in custody. Depositions are being coordinated. There are multiple defendants, I think, set today. Ms. Mead has one. So if we do a CMC in May with a waiver, we should be able to address the court about our being ready for trial.
Okay, Mr. Bowe?
I don't have an objection to that, Your Honor.
Okay. And looks like I've got, let's see if I could do that for you too while I've got you. Nope, they're not, never mind. All right, we'll keep going down. So we'll do May the 13th at 1:30, Mr. Day. Thank you. Next up, Michael Derwin, 20 CF 1728. Mr. Veramo again.
This is our second case management conference. He was recently arrested and his bonds were revoked. I've been told there's significant mental health issues. I haven't had a chance to meet with him since the new arrest. I believe he was even Baker acted as a result of the new arrest. I'm going to ask to move this to one more case management conference and see if we can figure out what mental health issues, competency issues, anything that's going on with Mr. Derwin.
Okay, Mr. Bowe?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, May the 13th at 1:30, we'll get you taken care of.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have Mr. Hollander? Nope. Okay, Mr. Verderamo, you?
Judge,
Mr.
I'm
Hollander?
here. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Hollander, I've got Daniel Dimas Juan, 20 CF 1752.
This is probably going to be a plea, Judge, but I need one more continuance.
Okay, it's our second time up. Ms. Woodward, you okay going into May?
No objection.
Okay, we'll take that one to May 13th at 1:30. And Mr. Hollander, I had also called earlier Rachel Berg, 20 CF 1579.
Judge, I filed a motion to dismiss count 2 of that motion the other day. We're trying to get it set, and I'm probably going to do a motion to suppress on count 1, but I haven't gotten all my paperwork together on that one. So I'd ask for a realistically 2-month continuance to get the hearings in. Try and do them both at the same time.
Okay, Mr. Bowe?
No objection, Your Honor. That'll give us time to get the witnesses under subpoena and coordinate the hearings.
Okay.
Waive speedy trial.
All right, then we'll set you for June 17th at 1:30 for Ms. Berg. And I'm just realizing, Ms. Upson, are you on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I skipped over Santiago Burbano, I'm sorry. 18 CF 1754.
Your Honor, I drafted a motion to appoint an expert yesterday. I need to get with Mr. Scuderi regarding which expert the state prefers. I had a little bit of trouble communicating with Mr. Burbano because I was setting different appointments on Securus and Mr. Burbano was not joining the sessions. I was able to get the jail to get him on a phone yesterday. And I learned from my conversation with him that he has stopped taking all medications. And from the speech pattern and his movements, he is reverting back to where he was before we sent him away, unfortunately. Of course, I expressed to him my concern and that he needed to take his medication if we're ever going to go forward on the case. But for purposes of what I need to do, I'm not able to communicate to him regarding the case. So I think another evaluation is in order.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's exactly what you were concerned about before. And okay, so how about I roll you guys to May? You can get the paperwork in. Obviously, if you guys are in agreement that we need an evaluation, just get it to me. We don't need to have a hearing about appointing somebody. And if there's a dispute, then we'll get you in and get that taken care of.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
May the 3rd.
Your Honor.
Mr. Scuderi, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm not arguing that we probably need an expert to evaluate him, but I would also, quite frankly, I mean, he's currently competent, set a trial date. This case is 2.5 years old. No discovery or depositions have been done, even though that's supposed to continue when competency is an issue. It has not. So I would request a trial date. That way, if he is found to be competent, we can proceed to trial.
Okay, Ms. Upson?
Judge, if the state wants a trial date, that's fine. I have an inmate who can't put 5 words together to make a sentence. The state wants a trial date, let's give him a trial date.
Okay. Mr. Scuderi, how far out do you want to go?
I can either go June 1st or August 9th.
Okay, we're gonna have to do August because June's kind of full. So we'll do the August 9th trial cycle, July 20th pre-trial, August 3rd calendar call. And again, we'll, on the competency issue, if it's still there, give me the paperwork so we can get it started.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Veramo, Matthew Dunn, 20 CF 1814.
So first case management conference, we're moving through discovery, offers pending. There are no competency issues. Requested a case management conference for May 13th.
Okay, Ms. Heiderscheit?
I apologize, Your Honor. The state has no objection.
Okay, that's okay. May 13th, 1:30 for Mr. Dunn. Okay, Mr. McLean, Daniel East, 19 CF 765.
Mr. Honor, we had the victim's deposition here a few weeks ago. Did not go well. We have to reschedule it. We've rescheduled it for the 20th of May. I would ask for maybe a pretrial after that 20th.
Okay. Ms. Heiderscheit, do you want me to set you July or August?
Your Honor, either would, well, the state would prefer August in this case.
Okay. Mr. McLean, August trials work for you?
That's fine.
All right, then we'll go August 9th trial cycle, July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call.
Very good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Good luck getting to court. All right, next up, Mr. Vitale again, Nicolette Ellswick, 20 CF 1698.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. She advised that she was going to be at this hearing. I'm not sure.
I actually saw her. She's on the. She called in early. Yeah, she's up top.
Yes.
She's waving.
Perfect.
So she's up top on mine. Nice to see you, ma'am. She's here.
Judge, Ms. Ellswick was referred to mental health court. I've discussed the matter with her, and she is elected to reject that offer.
Okay.
I'd like a little time I need to do a couple of depositions in this matter, so I'd ask for a continuance.
Okay. It's our third time up. Ms. Heiderscheit, you okay going to May, and then we'll set it for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vitale, we'll set you May 13th at 1:30. That way you can figure out your timing, and then we'll set you for trial from there, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Velez, Gennaro Francisco, 20 CF 1529.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Your Honor, there's a motion to suppress set on the 10th of May. I also have a pending motion to compel. There's been no plea offer as of yet. I was hoping to get the May CMC date.
Okay. So you've got a motion to compel. That one just isn't teed up yet, right?
Correct.
And Your Honor, if I may, just with regard to the motion to compel, I don't believe I may have actually received a response from the defense counsel, but I do believe that everything that was listed in that motion to compel is available for defense counsel's review. It's just, it contains child pornography, and so it has to be viewed at CCSO, which I don't convey.
Okay.
Yeah, Your Honor, I discussed that with Ms. Heiderscheit. It's specifically with the child pornography was contained within a Facebook thread of messages. It's the Facebook thread of messages that I was hoping to view is the issue that I have.
And so you just need to make an appointment with CCSO to do that.
I think that resolves it if that covers the whole thread.
You can go look at it, absolutely. All right, well, we got the motion to suppress. It's pending on the 10th anyway. So Ms. Heiderscheit, you okay going to the 13th, and then we'll
Yes,
talk
Your Honor.
about setting for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Velez, we'll do May 13th at 1:30, and we'll see where we are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Barry, Robert Ganassan, 19 CF 1616.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think we have a plea worked out. I'm not sure if the state agrees with that yet, but I was going to suggest we set it for a plea for April 20th, and if we don't get it resolved, then put it back on a docket.
Okay. Ms. Heiderscheit?
Your Honor, I think there's a good chance that this will be resolved. We still do need to have a conversation with the victim's next of kin, and I know Ms. Cunningham and I are working on coordinating that. I would be a little nervous about getting it set, and then also making sure that the victims are able to be there if they choose to be on the 20th. That's a fairly tight turnaround. I wouldn't object to setting it for a plea at this point, but would maybe ask for a date a little bit further out if possible.
Okay.
How about May 14th? I can't do 4/22, but
It looks like I'm available on the 14th of May.
Okay, so they'll put you May 14th at 10 o'clock. That gives you 5 weeks. If for some reason you guys find out that you don't have a deal, just let me know and we'll get you back on a case management and we'll talk about where we're going to set you for trial.
Very
Yes,
good.
Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, do I have Ms. Human? Going once.
Judge, it's me. I'm covering for Miss Human.
Okay, so Emmanuel Georges, 21 CF 148.
Miss Jordan, they're requesting a continuance. It's the first time up. Waive speedy trial.
Okay, Mr. Bowe?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, May 13th at 1:30. We'll see where we are. Mr. Barry again, John Healy, 21 CF 220.
Yes, Your Honor, this is a first time up as well. We do have some depositions to set. I think 6/25 is a more realistic date than the May 13th, just so we can get everything done. Hopefully have depositions, maybe even completed by 6/25.
Okay, it's actually 6/17. There's been a
Okay.
change in my schedule. It's okay.
Okay.
So the case management's June 17th, complex case management's June 18th, and the only other change is VOP hearings are now June 18th as well.
Very good.
Yeah, we sent out a new schedule, but anyway, we made a
Sorry,
change.
I missed it. I haven't got it yet. But,
That's okay.
That's
So,
amazing. My desk.
Ms. Woodward, you okay, June 17th?
Yes, Your Honor. I couldn't tell if Mr. Barry said with a waiver. Forgot.
We waive.
Thank you. So June 17th, 1:30 for Mr. Healy. Thanks, Mr. Barry.
You're welcome.
Next up, Ann Haid, 20 CF 1733. Mr. Fayette.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Landon Miller standing in for Mr. Fayette.
Okay.
Judge, he is asking for continuance with waiver of speedy trial to the next case management.
All right. This is our third time up. Ms. Heiderscheid.
Your Honor, in this case, I would just note that I think that I received the request for deposition time on this case. I think it was yesterday. It was definitely this week. The state we're ready. We would defer to the court on the continuance.
Okay. Mr. Miller, tell him I'll give him one more, but then we're going to set him for trial. So
Yes.
he needs to know when he comes back in May, so tell me where his depots are so I can make sure we can get everything done for him. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. May 13th, 1:30. Okay. Next up, Levi Humphrey, 20 CF 1040. Ms. Mead.
Yes, Your Honor, we've done the depositions in that case. I think that we can set it to a trial docket. I would ask for August or September.
Okay. Mr. Bowe, do you have a preference, August or September?
Your Honor, the state would prefer September. We do have a couple witness conflicts in August.
Okay.
That's
And I'll
fine,
give
Your
you
Honor.
September 13th trial cycle, August 24th pretrial, August 31st calendar call. And we'll go from there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Great. Thank you. All right, Ms. Upson, Christian Hunter, 21 CF 184.
And this is the first time up for this case. I would ask for a continuance of the waiver of speedy trial.
Okay, it is our first time up. It says Ms. Farrell's got this case. Is anybody covering?
No objection.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Hi, Ms. Farrell.
Hello, Your Honor.
Okay, May 13th, 1:30 for that case. We'll see where we are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next up, Juan Jarquin Lucas, 21 CF 8. Ms. Orange, are you with me?
Good
Hello.
afternoon, Your Honor. Yes, I am.
Good afternoon.
Ruth Orange on behalf of Juan Eduardo Jarquin Lucas, 21 CF 08. Your Honor, offer was just conveyed yesterday to us in this case. And we are in the process of coordinating depositions. I'm just waiting for the state to provide us with some deposition dates. I know that you have a May 13th case management conference date, Your Honor. However, I will not, I will be on a plane. I won't land until after that. I'm flying to Green Bay, Wisconsin for my brother's wedding. If we could set it maybe for the June case management conference with a waiver.
Okay.
This is
Congrats on
fairly
the wedding.
Thank you.
Ms. Woodward, any issue going out to June? Then we'll set it up for trial.
No issues, Your Honor. I do want to put on the record that the offer that was extended is valid until 4/21.
Okay. All right, so ladies, we'll put you on June 17th at 1:30. Safe travels, Ms. Orange, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Casassa, Jose Gerardo, 20 CF 927.
Judge, you might remember this gentleman had traveled to Mexico and couldn't find his way back because of the COVID situation.
Yep.
At this point, we've lost track of him. I suggest we go ahead and set it on a trial docket in August and see if he reappears.
Okay. Mr. Bowe, you good with an August trial docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. August 9th trial, July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call.
That'd be great, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Mead, Mikhail Lindsay, 20 CF 621.
Your Honor, this is a case where we've attempted several times to take the deposition of the victim and a witness in the case. One has failed to appear, although he was served on at least 2 occasions, and the other we are unable to get service of. I know how Your Honor is about motion to compel for new addresses, so we haven't gone that route. But I would like to set this to a trial docket at the earliest date, with the caveat that we can take the witnesses' depositions if they appear.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is Landon Miller. I have the co-defendant to that case, and that would be Alejandro Portal, case number 20 CF 601. And I would join in Mrs. Mead's request.
All right. Mr. Bowe.
Your Honor, I know Donald, or Mr. Day had set his case for another case management conference. I'm fine with setting these 2 to a trial. I was hoping that we'd keep them all together. However, we are going to be setting it for a trial. I would ask that we set it for the September cycle. That minimizes the number of conflicts that the state would have.
And Your Honor, I'm going to ask for a sooner date. Mr. Lindsay has been sitting in jail. We've been attempting to take these depositions for the last 9 months.
Your Honor, and on behalf of Mr. Portal, I would agree. Mr. Portal is also in custody.
Okay.
Your Honor, if we may, Donald Day back on the record, I don't have an issue keeping them together. If we're going to go out that far, I have no problem keeping them all together. Just
Okay,
so you know.
and your case again, Mr. Day, just so the record's clear.
Rachel Kennard.
Okay, and that's 20 CF 572. All right, so let me, while I have all 3 of you, why don't I put you on the, I can put you on the July cycle if you guys think you'll be ready.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if there's nothing earlier, Landon Miller on behalf of Mr. Portal, that's fine.
I have 2 witness conflicts during the July cycle, Your Honor, and that's the primary detective and one of the FDLE analysts that may be conflicting and cause a problem for the state. The earliest that we'd be able to not have any witness conflicts is the August cycle.
Okay, August it is. August 9th trial cycle for all 3 cases, and I'll recite that out loud in just a second. July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call, and that's Rachel Kennard, 20 CF 572. That is Mikhail Lindsay, 20 CF 621. Sorry, I got to make my notes, otherwise I'll forget what I did. And Alejandro Portal, 20 CF 601. We'll keep them together and we'll get you guys done.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, pardon me for apologizing, Chris Brown. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have first appearance in 2 minutes and I have 1 case on the docket.
Mr. Brown, Kevin Rothenmeyer, 21 CF 68.
Yes, sir. Thank you for indulging me. We request a continuance first time up with a waiver. I have received discovery and a score sheet. I just need to get with Mr. Samato about a possible offer in the case.
Okay. Is anybody covering for Mr. Samato, or are you here? There you are.
Samato is here, Your Honor.
Got
Good
it. You okay?
afternoon.
Good afternoon. You good with May 13th?
I'm fine with counsel's request. We can even set it out further if you like, Judge. It's a brand new case.
It is pretty new. January arrest.
Do you want June, Mr. Brown?
Probably June would be more productive. It's going to be a document intensive case. And I also doubt it'll be a trial. If you give us a little time, we could probably work it out.
Okay. All right. June 17th, 1:30 for Mr. Rothenmeyer.
Thanks for indulging me out of order, Judge. Have a great day.
No problem. See you later.
Your Honor.
Okay. Cleaning up mine. Okay, Mr. Hollander, are you here for Ms. Mauer as well?
Yes,
Okay,
Judge, I am.
Yer Lona Baradas, 21 CF 14.
Continue one time, waive speedy trial for case management. They've almost got it worked out.
Okay, Ms. Heiderscheit?
I have no objection to that, Your Honor. I do believe we'll be able to work this one out.
Okay, so we'll go to May 13th at 1:30. Next up, Wendy Luters, 20 CF 962. Mr. Verderamo.
Yes, Judge, if you recall, this case was on your docket on Tuesday. We moved it to today to coordinate with co-defendant Victor, with attorney Masor. We have deposition scheduled on April 22nd. As I indicated on Tuesday, one of the witnesses has sent over a message indicating that they're not going to participate, or I don't know what they're going to do with the deposition coming up, so we'll have to see how that plays out on the 22nd. I'd like to set it for trial with enough time in the event that I need to reschedule the deposition or need court interventions to have this witness appear.
Okay.
We do have an offer and there is no competency issues on this case.
Mr. Masor, are you on?
Yes,
There you
sir.
are. So also CF 964, are you in agreement with Mr. Verderamo?
I am, sir.
So what do you, Mr. Verderamo, if I put you on the August docket, does that give you enough time?
Yes.
Ms. Woodward, how's that work for you?
The August docket works, Your Honor. We do have a witness that's unavailable the 17th to the 20th. However, we are available the remainder of the cycle, and we can call this witness out of order if necessary.
Okay. All right, so why don't I do both cases? So Ms. Luters, 20 CF 962, and Mr. Victor, 20 CF 964, the August trial cycle, and we'll see where we are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, Judge, what are those dates then?
I'm sorry, you're right, I didn't give you all the cycle. August 9th is the trial cycle. July 20th is the pre-trial. August 3rd is the calendar call.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I needed to announce those and I didn't. Okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Stevens, Sergio Natal, 20 CF 103, 19 CF 2258, 19 CF 1866.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Natal was restored to competency, as you're aware. I actually filed a request to seek court entry of a judgment of not guilty by reason of insanity under the statutes for all three cases. If possible, since we're asking for a judge-entered verdict, or basically resolution in the case, I don't know if you want to put it on a special set for yourself. Whatever works with Your Honor, as long as I guess I'm available. So I don't know how I lost you here. Hold on, there we go.
Nope, you're here.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I clicked on a button I shouldn't have clicked on, so I'm
It's okay.
So we need to do a, you need to just do a hearing with me.
Yes, Your Honor. I think I'm not sure, based upon his history and everything that we've been through with Mr. Natal, I'm not sure if you want to have your own physician evaluate him currently for fitness to enter, or how you would like to proceed, since we're seeking to enter the plea before Your Honor. Mr. Natal, I spoke with him by video and he's in agreement with this resolution. He'd like to come before you to resolve his cases.
Okay, so Ms. Woodward, so I need to set you guys for a plea, but I need a special set so I have some time if I need to.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how long would you guys think we'll need for the plea?
I think maybe 30 minutes would be a safe buffer, because we're going to be resolving all three cases simultaneously, Your Honor.
Okay, and he's out of custody, right?
No, he's actually still in custody at the jail.
Okay. Okay, let me do this so that I don't schedule you and get myself in trouble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set you guys right now for the May 13th case management docket. So I have a control date in there, because otherwise I get in trouble with the clerk's office. But I'm going to take these and we'll get with you today or tomorrow and set up a time to do the plea. And it'll be before the May 13th date, and that way it'll drop off and I'll take care of the plea.
And would that be at your 1:30 docket, Your Honor, in the afternoon?
It's scheduled at 1:30, May 13th, yes.
Yes.
Okay. But I don't anticipate you being there.
Understood. We'll have it resolved before then.
Perfect. So we'll be in touch. I've set it aside with a note, so I make sure I get it done for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Mr. Berry, I think I skipped over Alfredo Martinez, 20 CF
Yes.
1063.
Yes, Your Honor. I just received earlier this week a offer from Ms. Heiderscheit. I spoke with the client at 12:45 today. We're in agreement, maybe some tweaking on that. I know she needs to get with her, the victim in the case. I'm fine with setting it for April 20th if she believes she can get that done by April 20th. That's 12 days from now.
I can certainly speak with the victim before that. If I recall my recollection of this, of our conversation, it may or may not be able to work out depending on how my conversation with the victim goes. I don't know if we want to set it for a plea right now or continue it out. And if we can work it out, we can always reach out to Ms. Shepherd to set it for a plea in the meantime, whichever the court prefers.
I was going to say, why don't I go ahead and set you for the plea on the 20th at 10 o'clock? And Ms. Heiderscheit, once you talk to the victim, if it's a problem, just let us know and we'll either move you to a different date or put you back on a case management so we know where we're at.
Yes, Your Honor.
Does that work, Mr. Berry?
It does, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, April 20th, 10 o'clock then.
Great. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
You too. All right, next up, Mr. Cantor, Ian Palacios, 20 CF 1805.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Your Honor, I've received discovery. I've gotten an offer. I don't have any competency issues. I filed a notice of taking deposition. I'm taking one deposition. It's scheduled for May 10th. The state responded with a motion to strike. We have a hearing scheduled for April 19th. So I'd ask to continue it past those two events so we can get that taken care of and then go from there.
Okay. If I put you on the May 13th, that's after your depositions and after anything else we need to get done. Does that work, Ms. Woodward?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll do May 13th at 1:30, and in the meantime, we'll resolve what we need to.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Miss Mead, Brandon Perry, 20 CF 333. I can see you, but I can't hear you. I don't know why, because I could hear you before, but I can't anymore. And you're not showing mute on my end, so I don't know what happened. Try muting and unmuting yourself again, just see if that helps. All right, you play with it. We'll come back to you. Ms. Millian, Mitch Pierre, 20 CF 1538.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We're here. This is the first call for CMC. We'd like to ask for a continuance. So we plan on filing a motion to suppress. If we can have this set on the June calendar, to give us input time to hopefully with the suppress motion to be heard.
This is our first time up after the ERC docket. Ms. Woodward, any problem going out to June?
No, Your Honor, the state has no objection. I just would like to put on the record that that the offer that was extended for ERC was available until today, and at this time it's revoked.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Millian, we'll go ahead June 17th at 1:30. Get your motion to suppress in. We'll get it heard and we'll see where we go. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Mr. Wetter, Jude Prussian, 21 CF 116.
Good afternoon, Judge. Judge, this is a first time up. We did receive discovery, but I'm just going to be asking for another CMC with a waiver.
Okay. Mr. Bowe, any problem with May?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, May 13th, 1:30, Mr. Wetter.
Judge, can I ask for the June? Because my client's out of the state, so it might be a little bit more. Any issue with June?
Any problem with that? Okay, June 17th then, instead of the May 13th.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Sure, thank you. We'll see you then. Mr. Adelstein, Michael Rubiera, 20 CF 1145.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Rubiera is present in the meeting. I had 4 witnesses set for deposition. There are 6 in total. Two of them we took, the bank teller and an officer. There were two, this is a check case, a fraudulent check case. There was two victims out of state that I had set, but there was a scheduling conflict with Mr. Bowe. But I don't think I'm going to take those. I've spoken with my client, and there's really not anything that's going to come of those from my analysis of the case in terms of implicating my client. Plus, Mr. Bowe is going to give me a recorded statement that he hasn't provided yet of one of the victims. So I have really two officers that are going to be left to take the depositions of, and there's another outstanding item in discovery that Mr. Bowe is going to try to get. So I was going to ask Mr. Bowe if I think I've waived speedies, if we could ask for a joint continuance, if Mr. Bowe if that would be okay with him.
I don't have an objection to another case management conference so that we can get the last outstanding pieces that have been requested.
Okay. Does May give you enough time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. May 13th at 1:30 then, Mr. Edelstein.
Great. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Okay, Mr. Day, Flavio Santiago, 21 CF 91.
Judge, depositions are set April 29th. I'd ask for the May 13th CMC with a waiver.
Okay, it's our first time up. Ms. Heiderscheid?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, May 13th, 1:30. Mr. Fayette, Victor Silva, 20 CF 1292.
Your Honor, Landon Miller on behalf of Mr. Fayette, Judge, he is asking for one more case management conference with waiver of speedy. Apparently, he is sending the state attorney's office some witness statements.
Okay, this is our fourth time up. Mr. Bowe?
Your Honor, I'd prefer that we set it on a pretrial conference. This is a DUI case. It's a third-degree felony, and it's been around for a little while. We haven't had any depositions or anything filed, though Mr. Fayette said that he would. So at this point, I'll just ask that we set it for a pretrial conference. If at that time and we get additional statements from witnesses that the defense discloses, we'll ask for a continuance at the appropriate moment.
And Your Honor, if you are going to go ahead and set it for trial, may we ask for the August date?
You may. August work, Mr. Bowe?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. August 9th trial cycle, July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Miller, you're up for yourself this time. Cameron Steffen, 20 CF 135.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Heiderscheid and I have been trying to resolve this. May we go ahead and set this for do you have a September trial date, Judge?
I do.
May we go ahead and set it for that particular date?
Ms. Heiderscheid?
The state has no objection to that. I would note, just to make the court aware, our victim does live out of state, so we will need a trial date certain in this case.
Okay.
Well, Judge, we are trying to resolve it short of depositions and everything else.
No, and I appreciate that. And hopefully by then we'll be a little bit more open to, so to make life easier.
Yes, sir.
So that's fine with me. September 13th trial cycle, August 24th pretrial, August 31st calendar call. And before anybody jumps up and down, I have no idea when we're going to open up or what that all means, but I can be as hopeful as the rest of you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Okay, next up, Mr. Campagna, Maureen Swade, 19 CF 2185.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Your Honor, Ms. Swade is at the same residential facility receiving her continuum of services. They have not released her from that facility yet or bumped her up to the next step. So I would ask that the court give us another continuance, but I know that we've been in this cycle for a while. I would assume she's going to be either out of that facility or, out of that facility one way or the other by the August trial calendar. So I would have no qualms setting it for that trial calendar either, but I don't believe this is going to be a trial.
Okay. Mr. Bowe?
This is one of the officers in this case is at FBI training, so he is actually out of the state currently. The last information that I had is that it would be unavailable until July, so I guess we could set it for the August pretrial, and at that time, if we have any further extensions of his training or anything that would prevent us from going to a trial or any negotiated resolutions, we can figure out at that point.
And we can certainly, if it works both ways, if for some reason Ms. Wade's still dealing with her, we'll put you on the August cycle. August 9th trial, July 20th pretrial, August 3rd calendar call. and we'll see where we are. But yeah, if your witness has a problem, or if Ms. Wade's still dealing with whatever she's dealing with, we can certainly revisit that at that time. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
I do too.
All right, Mr. Hollander, Stephen Texa, 21 CF 146.
Judge, I'm asking for another, well, first, I think it's the first time up. I'm asking for another case management about a month out. I want to get on my knees and grovel with Ms. Heiderscheit. There's one hiccup here that even the victim doesn't want. If we can get rid of that, we're good to go.
Okay. Ms. Heiderscheit, you good going into May, so you and Mr. Hollander can keep talking.
As long as Speedy's waived, yes, Your Honor. And I can give Mr. Hollander a call after this. I believe I know the hiccup that he's referencing.
Okay.
Waive speedy trial, Judge.
Thank you. You guys can have whatever conversations you need. I don't need to know. Mr. Hollander, if it involves groveling, I don't need to know that either. May 13th at 1:30. And I think that does it for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Mr. McGann, Michael Thomas, 21 CF 72.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Thomas is in custody. We would be requesting to continue his case to the violation of probation hearing docket with his other case on May 12th at 9 a.m. for a resolution.
So you want to, do you have a resolution?
We believe it would be a resolution on that court date. We're just waiting on the state to get the judgment and sentences with Prince for the felony case, the violation.
Because what I normally do is I normally move the VOP to the plea date with this case as opposed to moving this to the VOP date.
Yeah, we're just set for like a VOP hearing because of the objection to the score sheet. So.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Your Honor, we can keep it set. We could continue it to the May 13th CMC. And at that point, with that time, I expect that we'll have the booking sheet and information from GBI so that we'll be able to make the determination of whether or not it's going to be a resolution or we need to set it for a hearing. So I will speak with Mr. McGann as soon as we get that, but it would be prudent just to keep this on the same track that it's going. And then if we get a resolution, we can set it for a plea date or resolve them one day after another.
Or if it's just a hearing and we can, I could make that work too. Why don't I, so Mr. McGann, I'm going to put you on the May 13th, 1:30 CMC docket. If you guys reach a resolution, let me know. We'll figure out the best place to put both cases to get it resolved. How's that?
Yes, sir. That's perfect.
And, but that way we don't take you out of cycle and cause me problems.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Ms. Smith, Kayla Vasky, 20 CF 1054.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I filed a motion to suppress in this case. I'm just going to need time to coordinate with the state and with your office to set it. So if we can have a couple of cycles out with the waiver.
Okay. Ms. Woodward?
I would request that we set this on a pretrial date if we can set it for either the August or September date.
And that should give us plenty of time to get the suppression motion heard. Ms. Smith, do you have a preference between August or September for trial?
Probably September. I do have some other cases up on deck here in Lee County.
All right. Then we'll put you on the September 13th trial docket, August 24th pretrial, August 31st calendar call. And let's get the motion to suppress teed up and we'll see where we go from there, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Youngblood, Arena Arnold, 20 CF 1220.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Just so you know, I tried to get you in earlier, but you weren't here, so you got to wait till the end.
All right, thank you. Judge, by the way, sorry I was late. I lost the Zoom link. I always have trouble finding those in my emails.
Okay.
In Ms. Arnold's case, I want to keep it going toward trial. She has unequivocally rejected the state's offer. 2 days ago, we had two witnesses non-served for deposition and one served failed to show up. So we'll try that again, but I want to get it on a trial docket.
Okay. Do you want to go in July or August?
July.
Ms. Woodward?
The state's available in July, Your Honor. I do want to note that the state is intending to file a notice of HFO and RR, so I would request that the defendant be physically present, and then we have a court date certain that she will be present to be served those.
Okay. Why don't we schedule a hearing for that so that she comes? Because trying to do it with part of the pre-trial in May, that'd be coordinating Zoom versus in person. That kind of messes things up. So you call my office. We'll set up a time that works for you, Mr. Youngblood, and the defendant. We'll hand her the paper, and it won't take us very long, Mr. Youngblood, but we'll just make sure we get it done right.
Fair enough.
So how about we do the July 6th trial cycle, June 15th pre-trial, June 29th calendar call?
Well, thank you.
All righty, thank you.
Good day.
And then Ms. Mead, can I hear you?
Can you hear me now?
I can, ma'am. Thank you. Brandon Perry, 20 CF 333. Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't know. My computer just acts up for no reason at times.
Technology does that sometimes.
Mr. Perry, we were in court on your probation docket, if you may recall. He also has a violation of probation that's based on this underlying offense. We continued that to the next VOP sounding date, at which point we were going to set it to a hearing. One of the eyewitnesses we had set for deposition, she failed to show despite the fact that we had service on her. The other one is sitting in the Collier County Jail. We have reset the deposition a number of times, but as of yet, we have not been allowed in the jail to take the deposition. The next date is next Monday, which I believe is the 12th, and it's not looking like we're going to be able to get in there on Monday. So I anticipate we're going to have to reset that further out. So I'm going to ask if we can continue this case management to another case management. I know that it's, an older case, but we have been attempting to get all of this done.
Okay, Mr. Bowe?
Given the circumstances, I don't have an objection to one more case management, considering it's going to track with the VOP, and then from there we can figure out what we're going to do.
Okay, how about we put you May 13th and at 1:30? We'll see if we can get the depositions done, or at least know when they're going to happen. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do when I see you guys on the 12th and the 13th.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, 2:20, and we have completed our entire docket. Thank you all. Kendra, you need anything?
No, but we have an intern. I just wanted to. Hi. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for your help.
Absolutely.